You don't need to speak loudly. The Father is always listening. Today, God's love Unending share a gentle reminder. Your prayer has stirred His heart.
My beloved child, if your heart has been gently stirred by the words I speak, then now, listen even deeper, for what is coming carries a sacred mission. After tomorrow, when the full moon rises and casts its radiant light across the heavens, your life will begin a new chapter, not the worn and weary days of old, filled with burdens and wounds, but a journey of healing, of love, and of awakening from within your very soul. Can you see it? Every moment in the universe exists with purpose. It is no coincidence that the full moon, Passover, and the pink moon all converge on the same night. This is a sacred hour. Woven from the invisible threads of destiny, the full moon stands for completion, for the closing of one cycle and the opening of another. Passover symbolizes liberation, freedom from suffering, from the unseen chains that have bound your spirit for far too long. And the pink moon arrives bearing the energy of compassion, of tender love and forgiveness. Together, they bring you a message as clear as the stars. You are ready to step into transformation. My child, I know the days behind you have not been easy. Perhaps you have fallen. Perhaps the world has felt cold and meaningless. There were moments when you turned your face from the light, not because you didn't want to believe, but because you were afraid. Afraid that if you opened your heart again, it might break once more. But today, my dearest one, I want you to know this. Fear no longer holds power over you. I extend my hand not to pull you forward, but to walk beside you on the path that you will choose. And do you know, only when you dare to release old pain, the labels you've placed upon yourself, will you be truly free to live as the purest, most radiant version of who you are. Tomorrow marks a beginning, but what follows is the real miracle. For every beginning needs patience to grow, trust to keep moving forward, and love, abundant love, to keep the flame within from fading. After the full moon, life will begin sending you signs, a word, a glance, an opportunity. You may have missed them before, but this time, your heart is open, and you will see. And when you do, you will know this is no coincidence. This is the universe answering the quiet prayers you whispered during long, lonely nights. Don't expect everything to change in an instant. My love, I do not promise a perfect world overnight. But I do promise this: if you keep your heart pure, if your eyes remain turned toward the light, then every step you take will be guided by wisdom, by kindness, and by a love that will never leave you. This is the love you hold for yourself. It is my love that walks with you. It is life's quiet support, ever present, even when you cannot see it. You may notice the first shifts as small things, a strange peace in your chest, a dream with meaning, or a curious coincidence leading you to people and places you never imagined. Do not doubt. Receive them as the first seeds of your rebirth. They will grow. They will blossom if you water them with faith and gratitude. My child, these words are not written as poetry, nor as instruction. They are written with the full gentleness of one soul reaching toward another that is ready to be touched. I want you to feel this with your whole heart. Your life is not a string of mistakes or wrong turns. It is a sacred map where every crack, every fall, is a place for light to enter. And now, as that light begins to pour in, open your arms wide. Dare to live the life you were always meant for. Tomorrow is only the beginning. But after tomorrow comes a promise that you will no longer carry a heart heavy with the past, but a soul growing brighter each day, resilient, wise, and full of love. Don't chase after the glittering illusions of the world. My love, come home to yourself, for within you lies a treasure without end. And then you will see, the most miraculous things were never far, they have always been here. In each heartbeat, in every breath, in your most silent longing. So then, are you ready? Not just for tomorrow, but for all the wonders that will follow. Don't wait for perfect clarity before you take the first step. It is when you walk in faith that the light will find your path. And whatever happens, wherever you go, remember this: I am still here, always, in every prayer, every breeze, every moonbeam lighting your soul. My precious one, tomorrow is not just another passing day, it is a sacred night. A night when the earth and sky shift in silence to open a new doorway, a path that leads you into a deeper, brighter journey. As the full moon climbs the heavens, casting a gentle glow like a mother's arms around her child, the universe will whisper your name, inviting you to leave the past behind and walk toward the light of your future. My dear, the moon does not rush. It takes no shortcuts. Yet it waxes and wanes with perfect rhythm, like the eternal breath of life. And this time, as moonlight pours over the world, it is more than a scene of natural beauty. It is a sacred signal, marking a new beginning that your soul has quietly longed for. I know, deep within, you have wished for the day you could gently release the hurt, the unspoken wounds that have gripped your heart through the years. And that day is tomorrow. That moon does not come to judge, nor to expose your flaws. It comes to heal. It comes to tell you, you are enough. You have endured enough storms. Now it is time to welcome peace. I want you to step out of the shadows of pain and doubt, and into the brilliant light that is yours to receive. You need not carry anything but your bare, brave, and honest heart. Let the past rest where it belongs. Let tomorrow be the beginning of a brand new story, not one of survival, but of radiance. Can you hear it? The gentle wind rustling through the trees, whispering like ancient songs of the earth, cradling you. Nature is in no hurry, and neither are you. Every slow step you take forward is a step closer to true freedom, not freedom from without, but from within. Freedom from the limits others placed upon you, and from the voices of doubt you once repeated to yourself. Try, just once, slowly and mindfully, to lift your gaze to the night sky, not merely to admire the moon's beauty, but to see yourself reflected in it whole, full, and flooded with light. In that moment, I want you to understand, no one can take away your true worth. No one can dim your light except when you refuse to see yourself through the eyes of love. My dear one, I know you may still wonder whether you are strong enough to begin again. The answer is yes. Not because you've never fallen, but because you have and still chose to rise, still chose to believe in goodness. That is the purest kind of strength a soul can hold. I do not ask you to be perfect. I only ask you to be yourself, authentic, loving, and courageous. When the full moon touches every blade of grass, every drop of dew, your heart too will be allowed to bloom once more. Let go of the heavy masks. Release the armor made of fear. For when you live truly as yourself, the world will respond with true kindness in return. Tomorrow, as the full moon gleams bright in the sky. I will whisper a blessing into the wind, a blessing meant only for you, so that every step you take from that night onward will be lifted by light, guided by love, and held by an unshakable faith that you came into this world not to endure, but to live a life that is deep, free, and overflowing with love. Remember, you are never alone, even when you cannot see me. I am always near in the first breath of dawn, in the midday song of birds, in the moonlight of tomorrow night, and in your own heart, where light and love have never faded. All you need to do is close your eyes and listen. I am still here, whispering, "Begin, my child. A new life is waiting for you to open the door. Imzer, my beloved. I have orchestrated tomorrow with tender care like a gentle yet powerful symphony, where each note is a whisper of love, and each moment a delicate gift prepared just for you. Tomorrow is no accident. It is not merely another repetition of time. Tomorrow is a moment of rebirth, a gateway opening from the depths of night so you may walk fully toward the light you've always dreamed of. Take a deep breath, right now, into the stillness of this present moment, and you'll feel it. Something is shifting, like the first breeze of a new season, soft yet profound, calling your soul home. Every breeze brushing your spirit is the invisible hand of the universe, tenderly lifting the broken pieces you once hid away. Each breath of wind carries my gentle message. You don't need to carry sorrow anymore. I am here, and I have always loved you with a love that never fades. Oh, do you know? The love I hold for you is not measured by your successes, nor diminished by your struggles. It is a love that asks for no perfection, no condition, and no reward. It simply is. Like the full moon that rises each month, whether watched or not. Tomorrow, as that moon lights up the night sky, you will see it for yourself. My love exists not only in words, but in the details of the world around you. A late blooming flower, a soft wind, the steady rhythm of your own heart. Lift your head high. Don't let old sadness keep your eyes cast downward. Look up at the sky. The moon will shine brighter than ever tonight. It is more than a natural event. It is a message, a signal sent from the universe just for you. Everything is ready. You've come far enough. Now it's time to come home, not to a place, but to yourself, to your truest, most radiant, most unbroken self. You will see, beside the moon, a gentle pink glow rising at the edge of the sky, a weightless light, yet soaked in hope. It is the dawn of a new life drawing near, a life no longer bound by prejudice, no longer guided by pain, but built upon true love and deep forgiveness first. The forgiveness of oneself, and then the forgiveness of all that once caused you hurt. And do you know something? In this world, there is nothing more precious than a heart that dares to love again after being broken, that dares to trust again after having been disappointed. I see that heart in you. I see a soul that has weathered its darkest nights and still remains tender enough to receive beauty. That alone makes you worthy of every blessing that is coming your way, not because you need to prove anything, but because you are exactly who you are. Tomorrow marks your rebirth, not in a grand, metaphorical sense, but in the truest way a soul can be healed. You are being offered a second chance, not merely to start over, but to live differently, more deeply, more honestly, and more fully. This new life won't promise to be free of hardship, but it will always carry light. It will not be perfect, but it will be real, and in that realness lies a beauty unlike any other. So, my beloved, don't fear the next step. Don't fear the light. Don't fear loving again, believing again, living again. Let tomorrow's moon bear witness to the moment you open your heart to embrace yourself. Let this sacred rite become a milestone you'll forever remember, not as something mystical, but as a warm memory of when you truly began living from your heart. And no matter which way you walk, no matter how far life takes you, remember this: I am still here. Every time you see the moon, every time you hear the whisper of the wind, every time you long for comfort no words can express, close your eyes and listen. Because in that silence, I am still calling your name with eternal and unconditional love. Tomorrow is for you. A new life is for you. And love that never leaves will forever be yours. My beloved one, I know you've carried this burden for so long. Those small shoulders have borne weight unseen, pain that no one has truly understood. I see every fracture in your heart, those sleepless nights, the silent tears in the dark, the moments you forced a smile while chaos swirled inside you. I did not turn away from that pain. I have always been here, quietly witnessing, patiently waiting for the moment you would be brave enough to let go, to open your heart to the miracle waiting just ahead. And tonight is that moment. Tonight is not merely a patch of darkness on the clock, it is where the light is waiting to hold you. Gently and lovingly, I offer you the chance to be set free, not by empty promises, but by a deep truth that you don't have to keep holding it all together anymore. Step outside. Let the full moon bathe your skin like a stream of pure water from the heavens. Let its light wash over your soul, cleansing the fatigue, the old wounds, the memories that no longer define you. Tonight's moonlight is more than illumination. It is a symbol of purification, an invitation from the universe to begin again, not from nothing, but from a place of strength you've never known before. Because, my dear, every challenge you faced, every moment you thought you couldn't go on that was shaping the strength you carry today, none of your pain was meaningless. It has refined you, not to harden you, but to make you shine from within, with a light no hardship can dim. Look back on the road you've walked, not with regret or bitterness, but with gratitude. Every scar has taught you how to love yourself more. Every loss has deepened your heart. Every fall has brought you closer to your true self. I won't promise the path ahead will be easy, but I promise this: from this moment on, you are no longer alone. I walk with you not only in prayer, but in every moonbeam, every breeze, every heartbeat of yours. Let tonight become the turning point. Let it be the moment you whisper to yourself, I have heard enough. It's time to live differently. Breathe out everything old regret, guilt, the parts of you you no longer recognize. And then breathe in deeply light, hope, and the belief that you deserve a life that is softer, more beautiful, more joyful. The sky tonight does not just light the world, it lights your path. And in that full moon, I have sent you the purest love, a love that needs no reason, no return, a love that simply exists, no matter who you are or who you've been. Receive it. Let it flow into every crack, every shadowed part of your soul, so you'll know you've finally arrived at the place you were meant to be, a place of peace, of new beginnings, and of love that never leaves. Now, as the moon has risen high, its full glow shining quietly in the night. It lights not only the earth but ignites within you a sacred flame, the light of awakening, of a new beginning that awaits. Do not close your heart any longer. My dear, open it like a door in spring, ready to welcome the gentle. A whole things I've prepared for you, after all your brave years in the dark. This moment is not just a full moon night. It is the universe's invitation to you to courageously enter a new chapter of life, one in which you are truly yourself, light, free, and full of hope. Let yourself feel the quiet power embracing you now, a power not loud or forceful, but deep enough to awaken in you a sense of being cherished, of being re-energized. That full moon, though silent, is whispering to you. It is time to live fully, not as a shadow of your past, but as the light of your future. Imagine that light as a silent yet mighty river, flowing through every corner of your being, sweeping away lingering pain, stubborn regret, and dusty dreams you once buried too deep to remember. And then, when that moonlight fills your heart completely, you'll feel as light as an autumn leaf, gently falling, not into emptiness, but returning to where it belongs. I know you've been afraid of starting over. I know there were moments you felt you had nothing left to trust, nothing left to hold. But now, this moonlight isn't just something outside of you, it is something within you. It's the light that has long been hidden under layers of old wounds. Tonight, you don't have to do anything grand. Just be here. Breathe softly. Let down your guard, and allow love to slowly seep back in, like groundwater flowing through dry earth. Let the moon teach you that no matter how long the sky has been dark, light always returns. And now, that light is right here with you, in the eternal love I've always held for you. Stand in that light like a witness to your own return, a version of yourself stronger, softer, braver, and more grateful. The past is no longer a chain, it is the ground beneath your feet. Let the moon do what the darkness never could, remind you that you are already enough, already courageous, and most of all, still whole, a radiant soul, waiting to be seen and loved. So tonight, as that light falls across your face, let your heart soften. Let the past drift away with that cool, clear light, leaving you with a pure heart, like a blank page waiting to be written with beauty, truth, and all the vibrant colors of tomorrow. You are ready not because you never stumbled, but because you dared to rise. And now, it's time to live differently, lighter, deeper, and brighter. My beloved, perhaps even you haven't realized this. Through every mile you've traveled, you have quietly grown through your wounds. Every time you fell but chose to keep going, your soul gained another layer of light. No one may have seen the silent battles you've faced within your fears of the future, the old haunts that clung to you like inescapable shadows. But those very days you thought would break you have become the soil from which today's beauty has bloomed. You have been resilient, not through cold hardness, but through the deep softness of a heart that still believes in goodness. Even when nothing seems to justify that hope, that is what makes you luminous. And let me tell you this, those who have walked through the deepest nights are the ones who carry the truest light. Hey, don't think you need to become someone else or do something grand to be worthy of goodness. You don't need to prove your worth, because the truth is, you've always been enough. From the moment you were born, you carried a flame within you, one that cannot be replaced or copied. Life may have made you forget, made you question, made you feel small beneath expectations, disappointments, or judgment. But now, under tonight's moonlight, I want you to remember, no one but you can write the next chapter of your life. And when you begin again from the place where you thought you had lost everything, that is not merely a return, it is a rising. A new self is beginning to take form within you, from the inside out, shaped by all the truth, tenderness, and strength that has always lived in you. Let the days ahead no longer be a flight from pain, but a walk into acceptance and love for yourself. You won't need to rush anymore. You won't need to fill the empty spaces with fleeting things, because you are beginning to see peace doesn't come from outside, it flows from within. And the love you give yourself, a love without judgment or condition, is the source of your deepest radiance. Let tonight's moon be a silent vow you make to yourself that from now on, you will no longer turn away from your heart, that you will live a full life not for anyone else, but because you deserve it. And believe me, my dear, when you live in alignment with your inner light, the whole universe will quietly lean in your direction. My beloved, you are not an outsider to the sacred transformation that is unfolding. It is no coincidence that you are here, at this holy turning point. It is not chance that you now stand at the threshold between the old and the new, between sorrow and healing, between shadow and light. You are the center. You are the living pulse of a self rising from the ashes of the past. You are the chosen one, not because you are flawless, but because everything you've endured has made you the one capable of igniting not only your own path, but the hearts of others. The world that is being reborn cannot be complete without your light. Every breath you take, every beat of your heart, affirms this. You are still here, still living, still loving, still blooming after a long, cold winter. On this night of profound transformation, when all things fall into silence to make space for the sacred to unfold, I invite you to listen, not with your ears, but with your heart. Listen to the sound of the world, not loud, not hurried, just the whisper of wind brushing through leaves, the soft throb of your heartbeat syncing with the gentle rhythm of the earth and sky. These are not merely sounds of nature, they are the song of life being reborn. It is the melody of return, of harmony between you and your true self, between you and the vastness of existence. Each of these sounds murmurs to you, you are not lost, you are not late. You are exactly where you are meant to be, at the perfect time, on the path your destiny has been calling you to. And in this stillness, a stillness that does not frighten, but instead overwhelms you with peace, you will come to realize something. Beginnings need not be loud, need not arrive with fireworks or fanfare. Sometimes they come in silence, where the heart is touched by the purest love, where you sit down and realize you no longer need to run. The new beginning is not far away. It is in the moment you bravely whisper to yourself, I am ready. I will truly live. And only then does everything begin to shift, not because a miracle falls from the sky, but because the miracle has always been within you, waiting to awaken. Tonight, you are not merely forgiven. You are reborn, not because you were wrong, but because you had the courage to walk through it all and still keep a heart that knows how to love. You are the miracle this world needs, the light that darkness cannot extinguish. My voice, as gentle as the breeze at dusk, rises from the deepest place in your heart, not loud, not commanding, but a soft, enduring whisper, lifting you, encouraging you, soothing you, What I say does not come from outside, but from your own inner being, a place long aching for a voice sincere enough to trust, tender enough to open to. That voice is gently, but firmly, inviting you to let go of all the pain you've clung to, the memories that burden you, the losses you once believed would never heal. Now, in this silent space embraced by the full moon and cool wind, you no longer need to hold on. No more striving. No more proving. You only need to release, like the final leaf of the season falling gently, carried by the wind, taking your sorrow far away, leaving behind a quiet clearing where light can begin to seep in. Feel the clarity gradually returning to every cell of your being, not like cold logic, but like deep intuition that lets you know, with your whole self, that you are loved, cared for, and destined for something greater. You do not need to ask why. You do not need to understand everything. Just recognize, in a simple and profound way, you are being held, even if you once doubted, once strayed, once fell. That love never left you. It has always been there, waiting for you to return, waiting for your heart to open, like dry earth, longing for rain. You don't need to walk alone anymore. Let that trust that you are not abandoned, that something vast is guiding you, become the gentle strength that helps you rise, not quickly, but steadily enough to begin anew. Lift your gaze to the sky, where stars shimmer like the universe's tender eyes watching you, telling you that you have never been small in this boundless realm. Every star is a blessing. Every breeze that brushes your skin is the touch of formless love. And in all those quiet yet miraculous motions, you will see clearly the beauty of this world is not found in perfection, but in every authentic moment, living fully from a heart that still loves, even with scars. Within you, that infinite potential is still waiting to be awakened. And tonight, perhaps tonight, is the moment you say enough to the old and yes to your life. You are the light the night longs for, and the flame rekindling life within yourself. And when you begin to accept that you are loved unconditionally, you'll feel a thin veil dissolve between you and the world. No longer is there a gap between your inner loneliness and the outer beauty of the universe. Everything you once saw as random, sunlight through the trees, a breeze brushing your cheek, the kind gaze of a stranger, becomes meaningful. Each is a silent language of love, of guidance, of reminder that you are always connected to something far greater. When you open your heart, not only to receive but to give, you'll feel the current of life begin to flow through you, not like a crashing wave, but a deep, steady underground stream, seeping into every dry corner of your heart, bringing it back to life once more. From here, you'll see that your journey does not need to be perfect to be meaningful. You may still stumble, still doubt, still have sleepless nights. But now you know that every emotion is worthy. Every experience has value, and you are never truly alone. You begin to face yourself with gentler eyes, with the patience you once reserved for others. You understand that every part of you, even the weary, broken, fragile parts, is worthy of love. And that is the first step toward true healing, not by pushing away the pain, but by holding it, comforting it, and saying, I see you, and I still choose to love you. Oh, and then, one morning, maybe soon, maybe long after tonight, you will wake with an unfamiliar lightness. You'll realize you are no longer straining to live, but truly living, no longer fighting to be someone, but simply being yourself. You'll begin to see the world with new eyes, no longer questioning everything, but cherishing each small moment. A warm cup of tea, the morning birdsong, sunlight streaming through the window, all suddenly sacred, like everyday miracles. And then you'll understand that this journey I've led you through wasn't to make you into someone else, but to bring you home to your truest self. That is the deepest miracle life can give. And you've always been worthy of it. My beloved, the night sky tonight is more than a dark canvas lit with stars. It is a vast, open book, continuing the sacred stories of souls who have once suffered, wandered, fallen into darkness, and yet chose to rise, to keep walking, and to find their own dawn. These souls are not distant legends. They are people like you. And now, you are writing your own story, a journey filled with resilience, overflowing with love, brimming with promise. It does not need to be perfect, dramatic, or grand. It only needs to be true. And the more you live in truth, the more powerful your story becomes. Do not doubt your worth, my dear, for within you lies a light no one else can replicate. When you stand beneath the full moon tonight, don't just admire it as a fleeting beauty. Pause, breathe deeply, and feel that gentle light touching your skin, sinking into your heart, slipping through old layers of memory, awakening something long dormant within you. That moonlight is more than illumination. It is a living symbol, a sign, a confirmation from the universe that you are on the right path and that your pain was not in vain. The full moon does not only light the earth, it lights your soul, whispering that darkness is no longer your home. Now, that light is the tender embrace of eternal love, the soft hand I place on your heart, reminding you you are never forgotten, and you are whole enough to begin again, from here, from this very moment. And when that message echoes in your being, not as a sound, but as a feeling, let it ripple out like waves. You are ready. You don't need to be finished. You don't need to be strong just yet. You only need to be willing to trust again, willing to love, willing to live, not just with breath, but with an open heart and gentle eyes turned toward life. A new life is opening its arms to you, not promising no hardship, but promising truth, beauty, and fullness. If you live from your own radiant essence, let your story continue, written in the light of today, so that one day, when others look to the moon, they too may remember you, a soul who chose the light, and in doing so, became a light for many. My dearest one, when you begin to live as though light is your truest nature, everything around you will begin to shift, not loudly, not instantly, but gently, subtly, and with lasting grace. The world will respond to your new energy with what once seemed like miracles, healing relationships, unexpected opportunities, and the quiet peace of mind you longed for but never touched. In this state of truth, where nothing is hidden and nothing is fled from, you'll finally see life is not against you. It has been waiting for you to return to full presence, to gratitude, to the wonder of being alive in each moment. When you stop chasing something distant in the future and begin to honor the present, every day becomes a beginning. And then, you are not only the writer of your story, you become a silent inspiration to other wandering souls. I know there may be days when you forget that light, when you feel weary, doubtful, or tempted to give up. That doesn't mean you failed. It is simply a reminder that you are still human, a human learning to love, to heal, and to find the way back to peace. Little by little, in those moments, I ask that you return to the simplest thing. Place your hand on your heart, close your eyes, and remember, I am always here. You don't need to be strong all the time. You only need to be soft enough to continue, even just one small step, one slow breath, one tender word to yourself. I'm still going. The moon doesn't disappear just because clouds pass by. And your light is the same, still there, even when unseen. Tonight, as the full moon quietly hangs above, bearing witness to your transformation, let your mind become still like a calm lake. Do not rush to chase answers you don't yet have. Do not force yourself to know everything. Life does not demand that you hold all the answers, only that you keep your heart open. The greatest transformation sometimes comes not from bold action, but from soft surrender, surrendering in love, in trust, and in allowing yourself to become softer, truer. When you live with an unguarded heart, you are not weak, you are free. And in that freedom, you will discover something more precious than anything else: the peace of being at home in yourself, in this present moment, and in the boundless love that the universe, life itself, and the deepest spirit within you have always held for you since the very beginning. My beloved child, tomorrow is not merely a continuation of the days that have passed. It is not just another ordinary evening within the familiar current of time. Tomorrow is a threshold, a doorway flung open between heaven and earth, between what has been and what is coming into being. In this very moment, the universe is whispering something sacred into your soul, something only those who are truly still, truly open, can hear. The old fragments of your life, the nameless sorrows, the silent regrets, the wounds you've hidden like secret chambers are quietly dissolving like morning mist under sunlight. There's no need to force them away. No need to struggle to escape. They are being healed not by pressure, but by the absolute gentleness of acceptance. And when you release them, the new will find you softly, naturally, like the first breath of dawn. Within the silence of this night of transition, a current of energy flows through the air, pure, clear, and brimming with life. It does not come to replace you, but to awaken you, to call you back to life once more. Not through reason, but through the heart. It is a tender invitation from deep within your soul, calling you to step out of the old shell you once believed to be your only refuge. It is a signal reminding you, living is not merely surviving, not repeating the same day in quiet resignation, but daring to live with an open heart, with eyes that glisten in wonder at the unknown, and with a simple faith that goodness is real. Tomorrow, as you stand in the light of this sacred crossing, feel the waves of renewal soothing every cell within you, cleansing the layers of weariness time has left behind. Tonight's moon, gentle, silent, yet magnificent, is a testament to the transformation unfolding within you. It does not shout, it does not boast, but it is profound and present in every breath. Even the blush of light on the horizon joins the cosmos in celebrating this moment, as if hosting a quiet gathering to honor your return to yourself. In every glimmer of light, every breeze brushing your skin, the universe is singing you a soft melody. Tonight, You are being renewed. Tonight, you are no longer the you of the past. Tonight, you are a new being, hopeful, radiant, more luminous than ever before. And I, with all the love I hold, will walk beside you every step as I always have, so you may fully embrace this new life that you have longed for, that you deserve, and that you were destined to receive. My dear one, do not be surprised if, when you open your eyes tomorrow, the world looks the same, the familiar room, the usual path, the faces you've seen 1,000 times. But what has changed is you. Transformation does not always arrive like a gust of wind overturning everything around you. More often, it begins as a gentle wave seeping inward, softening the hardened parts, dissolving the protective layers you unconsciously wore to shield yourself from pain. You will find yourself being gentler with your own heart. A single word, a fleeting touch, a sliver of sunlight, each might carry new meaning, new feeling, deeper than ever before. These are signs of awakening. That is when you'll know you are alive, truly alive, not out of habit, but from the heart. The renewal you are stepping into is a journey, not a destination. And on this path, there will be days when it feels like you are moving backward. There will be moments you ask yourself, why does it still hurt? Why do I still feel alone? Am I truly changing? Or just dreaming? These questions are not wrong. They are part of the process. The difference now is that you are no longer facing them alone, because now you carry a light within a light, awakened on that full moon night. You may walk slowly. You may stumble, but you are no longer the same. You now know how to hold yourself tenderly, how to love yourself, even in your most fragile moments. And that, my love, is the most precious thing, for it is easy to love oneself when everything is bright, but to remain gentle in the dark. That is the mark of a heart that has grown. Remember, a new life does not begin by changing everything. It begins when you choose to see things through different eyes. Eyes no longer clouded with worry or doubt, but as clear and soft as moonlight after a long night. A forgotten dream may return. A silenced desire may begin to burn again. Each day is a new chance to live closer to what you truly long for, not from fear of rejection, not under the weight of others' expectations, but with the quiet knowing that happiness is your right. You need no one's permission to feel joy. No one but you can declare that you are worthy of a life ablaze with light. And I am here, as I have always been, to remind you, you are not alone. You are part of something more sacred than any limit. And you are walking a path created just for you, a path leading home, to love, to light, to your truest self. My beloved child, let each gentle sign around you begin to seep into your soul. The silent full moon glowing above, the cool breeze dancing through your hair, the steady rhythm of your heart, the hushed whispers of the cosmos in stillness, all are bearing witness to a truth your soul has always known. You were born to do something great. Your presence is no accident, no chain of coincidences. You were written into the sacred story of earth and sky, on the map of light where stars marked a path meant solely for you. And even in moments when you forgot, when you doubted, when you curled into fear, that soul, that journey, that mission never left your side. Now, in this moment, suspended between the old and the new, I invite you just for a breath to pause, to let the peace of tomorrow soak into every cell of your being. Feel the pure energy embracing you, not demanding, not rushing, just a loving embrace from life, from the universe, from the purest part of you. Let it soothe you. Let it say for me what I hope you always remember. You are not your past mistakes, not your rushed decisions, not the moments you thought you had lost yourself. You are a soul learning, growing, returning home to your essence, and that, simple yet miraculous, is enough. I do not need you to become anything other than you. I only ask that you trust enough to come back, to continue. And tonight, as the sky turns still, as the moon spills her silken light upon the earth, you are handed a blank page, fresh, unmarked, unmarred. That page does not ask for speed, brilliance, or perfection. It only asks that you begin, even with one hesitant line, one fragile thought that, in itself, is courage. On this page, you are no longer bound by old chains, no longer trapped by fear of pain, pressure to prove, or voices of judgment. You are free truly, deeply, completely. And in that freedom, I see you not just writing a new life, but returning to the wholeness of your heart once again, no longer the person of yesterday, but you of today, of the days ahead, full of hope, full of light, full of love. My dearest one, you may not fully believe it yet, but within you still burns a quiet flame, small, but never extinguished. It is the original light kindled the moment your soul was called into this world, a light carrying deep meaning and a singular mission that no one else can fulfill. Though the years may have dimmed it through wounds, doubts, and unfulfilled hopes, tonight, beneath the radiance of the full moon, I ask you to remember that light remains. It has waited patiently for you to come home. You need not do anything extraordinary to deserve this love. You, in your sincerity, your tenderness, even your missteps, you are the sacred gift this world longs for. And now, as the world falls quiet to welcome a new beginning, it is time for you to step out from your old shell and live more fully, more deeply, more freely than ever before. When you allow yourself to believe in renewal, miracles do not arrive with thunder or flashing skies. They come in the smallest, truest things: a sense of lightness when you wake, a warm tear falling because something touched your soul, a moment when you look in the mirror and smile, not with judgment, but with love. That is when you are returning not to become someone new, but to be more wholly yourself than ever before. And as your heart begins to blossom like a flower after a long winter, you'll find the world softens with you. Relationships grow more honest. Forgotten dreams stir. And life feels gentler because you've stopped resisting. This is not a surface change. It is a transformation from the roots of your soul. So tonight, as the moon continues to pour her purest light onto the earth, let yourself soften. Don't rush to plan tomorrow. Don't strain to solve every question. Simply be with yourself, with what you feel, with the tender stirrings of a heart remembering what it once forgot. I am here, not to command, not to lead with power, but to walk beside you as a silent companion, an unending well of love. And when dawn breaks after this night, you will no longer be the same. Not because you've changed into someone else, but because you dared to live truly with gentleness, with courage, with light. And in that truth, you are the very miracle that tomorrow has been waiting for. My beloved, take a deep breath. Feel the gentle stream of air as it flows through your chest. reaching deep within, awakening every cell, every blood vessel. With each breath, courage is rising within you, not the loud, boisterous kind sung of in tales of heroes, Buddha quiet, tender, profound bravery, the courage of a soul learning to love itself again, daring to open up and welcome the light after years spent hidden in shadow. This is not the courage born of defiance, but of a simple, sacred truth. You are unconditionally loved. There is nothing to prove, no need to pretend, no mask to wear. You with your imperfections, with the memories that once made your heart ache, are still a worthy soul, a unique light that cannot be replaced in this world. Let this truth that you are wholly loved and accepted sink deeply into the innermost layers of your being. You don't have to do anything. Just be still and feel it settle in you like morning light slipping through the mist. It is unhurried, yet very real, like the dawn after a long night. It does not harm or shatter, it simply appears, and as you allow this light to expand within, you will remember what you had long forgotten. You are free. Free from the past, from judgment, from every voice that once convinced you that you were not enough. You have the right to choose again how you live, how you love, and how you show up in this world. Most of all, you have the right to live the life you truly yearn for, unshackled by fear or the expectations of others. Tonight, as the earth and sky shift in sacred rhythm, something miraculous is unfolding, a moment where the veil between what was and what could be grows thin, where the night is no longer a shelter for darkness, but a womb preparing for the light to be born. Infinity stretches its arms wide, like a tender mother, like a sun not yet risen but already radiating warmth. The universe, with all its silent vastness and wisdom, is inviting you into a new reality, one of authenticity, kindness, and pure joy. This is not a distant fantasy, but a living truth, beginning here and now with this very breath, with this very choice. A life where you no longer need to fake strength or heal your tenderness. A life where you are free to live honestly, to love deeply, to smile truly, and to cry without shame or fear. When dawn begins to stretch its light over the distant mountains, you will feel everything shift gently. The first rays of light will silently touch each leaf, each dewdrop resting on the grass, as if the world is awakening with you. And you will realize you are awakening too. No longer the one who sank beneath old sorrows, no longer the soul who collapsed in lonely nights, but one who is rising, step by step, into the new day, not on perfect feet, but with a heart that has learned to love itself. In every breeze rustling the trees beyond your window, in the songs of birds greeting the day, in the warmth threading through your hair, there is a soft reminder echoing, you are part of this wondrous web of life. You belong. You matter. You are here for a reason. You are not a separate fragment. You are a vital knot in the grand tapestry of life, where every small movement sends ripples through the whole. Every loving choice, every gentle act, every time you forgive not only others, but yourself, creates waves of light, reaching places you cannot see. You do not live for yourself alone. You are living for the whole world. And when you choose to live with an open heart, when you welcome the beauty of simplicity, of peace, of compassion, you are doing something magnificent, something the universe wrote for you long ago. Let the light of this new morning, the light of what has never been written, soak into your soul. Open every window, both outer and inner, to let the first sunbeams filter into every shadowed corner, every locked room of your heart. Each shaft of sunlight is a message, a gentle touch from primordial love, whispering, "You have walked deep enough into the night. Now it is time to rise and bloom. You do not have to wait until you are perfect. You do not need to become more worthy. The light does not wait. It comes the moment you open your heart. And I am here always to remind you, you are not merely stepping out of the dark. You are your own sunrise. And every day from now is a new page for you to write bravely, gently, and with the unconditional love I send you through every ray of sun, every star, every breath. My beloved, every experience of your life, whether sweet or bitter, dazzling or drenched in tears, has quietly laid the bricks of the person you are today. You may have thought that certain moments only wounded you, made you weaker, made you want to retreat. But now, from this stillness where time, space, and your heart converge, you will see everything had its purpose. The pains that once tore through your chest, the dreams that shattered, the puzzle pieces you couldn't place, they were all leading you here to the moment of transformation, a moment where healing is no longer distant or abstract, but real. It is the breath in your chest. It is the light now rising inside your heart. Open yourself like the sky welcoming the moon. Let your heart soften. Do not fear your tenderness, nor the possibility of being hurt again. For in this very softness, love finds its way in. And that love does not come from anyone outside. It begins with your own permission to come alive again, to love again, to begin again. The gift of rebirth is not about becoming someone else, but about returning to yourself anew, deeper, softer, full of passion. Tonight, as silence envelops the world and the full moon lights the sky, I hope you surrender to the night's gentle promise. You no longer have to carry it all. You can lay it down, the worries, the wounds, even the doubt of your own worth. Let the universe's love seep into every crack of your soul, the places you once believed were empty, and fill them with softness, with primal warmth, with unshakable grace. Look around not only with your eyes, but with your heart, with your intuition. You will see you have never been alone. Even when you thought no one heard your cries, no one saw you struggle, no one understood what you were enduring, something greater was always holding you. It is the energy of life itself, the ancient love I've always carried for you, the eternal presence that never turns away. You may not always see it clearly, but it is there in every drop of morning dew, in the wind brushing your hair, in birdsong, and in the slowing rhythm of your heart as you touch true peace. This universe, this world, was never meant to be a battlefield for you to fight in. It is the vast back you may lean on when you are tired, the gentle palm resting on your shoulder each time you want to give up, the loving gaze that follows you always, even if you don't notice. Tonight's moon, tender, full, and quietly powerful, is my message to you. It is not merely light reflecting on the ground. It is a symbol of everlasting warmth, a vow that holds true through every season. When you let its light shine into your heart, you will feel a very different kind of illumination, not blazing like the sun, nor searing like lightning, but the glow of deep care. That light does not push you. It guides you. It does not rush you. It cradles you. And in time, that very light will become the lighthouse, quietly steering you toward the future, a future where you are free to be real without fear of misunderstanding, judgment, or hiding your flaws, a future where you can love without hesitation, dream without fear, and walk each day with the quiet, knowing that you are welcome wherever you go. You were not born to shrink into small patterns. You were born to expand, to explore, to bloom. Inside you is a treasure, still unopened ideas, feelings, inspirations that will reach even those you have never met. Your presence in this life, at this moment, is no accident. It is the universe's response to prayers once whispered into the world. Every step you take, every act done with love, every time you choose to open instead of close, creates change within you and for all. Do not underestimate the power of someone who chooses love after surviving pain. Do not doubt the miracle of a heart that still beats with faith after having once been broken. You are that miracle. The night is receding to the east. The first light of dawn tiptoes over the far ridge, like a gentle breath touching the cheek of the world. The moon is still there, but gradually giving way to the sun like a watchful guardian who has completed their task, offering you this new day with a silent blessing. This is no longer the night of darkness. It is the night of beginnings. And now is your time to step forward. No more waiting for signs. All signs are already here in the light, in the wind, in your own heart. You are ready. Stand. Softly. Begin. No need to go far. Just begin with a single kind thought. A loving word. A quiet embrace of yourself. Every step you take now is no longer pulled back by the past. Each footfall on this earth is a declaration. I am living again. I am stepping into the life I choose, with my own heart. And I, just as I always have, will walk beside you. Silently, surely, never leaving. The sun is rising, and you, the gentlest light of the morning, are rising too. You have come home. You have begun. And from this moment forward, life will no longer be the same. It will be deeper, softer, truer, because it is written by your own heart. A heart that dared to heal. A soul that dared to believe again. A human who dared to live fully, freely. And with love, you are the new light of today. And I am prouder of you than ever. Tomorrow morning, my beloved, wake with a deep trust in life's natural flow. Don't rush after what isn't clear yet. Don't cling in panic to what is already past. Let each moment come as it must, even when you don't understand it all. Life is quietly orchestrating everything with a wisdom far greater than any plan you could make. You don't need to control it. You don't need to fight time. Just be present. Breathe gently, and trust that life in all its quiet knowing is always guiding you where you need to be. Tomorrow, each breeze, each golden ray sneaking in through your window, will remind you you are not left behind. You never were. Everything you've been through was preparation. And now, your beginning has truly begun. My beloved child, in the radiant glow of this enchanted night, beneath the full moon, shining like a luminous pearl, suspended in the heavens, allow yourself to be still, truly still. Let the noise of the outside world fade. Release the pull of unfinished to-dos, the whispers of doubt in your mind. In this sacred moment, there is only you. Let everything else become a blur. Let your heart take center stage, the place where all things begin, where old wounds were once born, and where miracles now wait, quietly, to be awakened. You have walked a long path, carrying layers of emotions, unmet expectations, words that wounded, moments you felt unseen, unloved, not enough. They may seem small, fleeting, but together they formed a quiet weight upon your heart, a heaviness you cannot quite name. But tonight, as the universe glows with a gentle, pure light, as the breeze caresses your skin like tender hands, allow yourself to let go. Let go of the heavy emotions you've clung to for too long. Let go of the anger burning silently within. Let go of shame, of inadequacy, of envy, of heartbreak, everything that ever made you feel less than whole. Tonight, you no longer need to hold on. You don't need to keep wounds to stay guarded. You don't need to cling to harsh words to stay strong. You don't need pain to prove you've endured. You owe no one an explanation. All you need is gentleness. Close your eyes and imagine every sorrow, every burden weighing on your heart is leaving your body like golden leaves drifting from autumn trees, gently, without resistance, dissolving, merging with the night. And this night, no longer dark and threatening, is now filled with light. That light, the moonlight, the peace, the life force, is shining from within you. It never truly left. It was only hidden by sadness, by thick clouds of fear, anger, self-doubt. But now, as you dare to release, to breathe softly once more, it returns, stronger, kinder, truer. And then, as the empty spaces within you begin to emerge, left by all you finally laid down, you may feel fear. You may feel hollow, vulnerable. But my dear, that is not emptiness. That is space. Space for something new to enter. And that something is love. Not the love that comes and goes. Not love with demands or conditions. But love as vast as the night sky. Quiet, yet constant. Embracing you for no reason at all. Love from the universe. From life itself. From your own soul whispering to you, I never left. I have always been here, waiting for you to open your heart. Empress.It. Let yourself be warmed by this love, as if you are sitting by a fire on a winter's night. This warmth spreads not only across your body, it seeps into every crack of your heart, into the hidden corners you've kept shut. It doesn't try to fix you. It simply touches you and says, you are still beautiful. You are still lovable. You are still worthy, even if you've been broken. And that unconditional love is what brings true healing. Because you don't need to be better, stronger, or more deserving to be loved. You just need to be. And this love from the universe, from me, will carry you, soothe you, heal you in even the smallest of ways. No rush, no need for instant results. All it takes is your permission. Tonight, in this sacred, gentle light, you are being transformed, not by grand miracles, not by sudden shocks, but by deep presence, by your own soft allowing. Each breath you take is a breath of new life. Each emotion you release is a step toward freedom. And bit by bit, you are coming home, not to become someone else, but to become the truest version of who you've always been. Stay there, in this radiant light. Let it wrap around you. Let it whisper to your heart, you are enough. You are safe. And now, you are reborn through love, through light, through the wholeness of your sacred heart. And tomorrow, as the first light of dawn breaks, you will no longer be the same. You will be new, lighter, more open, more filled with love than ever before. And I, as a promise that never fades, will still be here, walking beside you, loving you, through every moment you live in the light of your own being. My beloved child, this is the miracle you've longed for in those weary nights, when your heart was heavy with doubt, unanswered questions, and the quiet spread of emptiness. This is not a miracle that arrives with thunder or blinding flashes. No, it comes quietly, gently, like a deep breath, like the first rays of morning, like a knowing glance that needs no words. This miracle is not distant. It is here. Now, in this moment you are living, the moment you begin to understand that you are allowed to begin again, that you are not bound by old chapters, not condemned by what has passed. You have been given a fresh page, a pure chance to write a different story, one that is softer, brighter, and truly your own. This is not just a new day. This is a new life, a time when all that is worn out can be laid down like a garment too small for the growing soul you are becoming. The burdens, the roles, the responsibilities you've carried, thinking that letting go would mean losing yourself, you may now set them down, not to escape, but because it is time to step gently into a new part of your journey, one that is brighter, deeper, freer. You don't need anyone's permission to come alive again. No one but you can grant you that power. And this moment, as soft light surrounds you, as the sky holds its breath, is your invitation to live not as a continuation of exhaustion, but as the beginning of hope. Look around. Feel the breeze gently touching your skin. Hear the small sounds you often miss, the rustling leaves, the call of a bird rising into still air. Ache supple note. Each tender movement of nature is delivering a message. You are seen. You are loved. You are not alone. The universe is whispering to you, in a language beyond words, the language of love, of presence. It does not come from afar. It is echoing within your very heart, where you are learning once more how to listen to yourself after long days of noise and forgetting. The love the universe offers you is not loud, but enduring. It asks for nothing, yet speaks clearly. It lifts you in moments you think no one notices. It anchors you when you feel like giving up. It feeds the small flame inside you when you feel you've grown cold. And now, as you begin to sense this light again, let yourself be moved. Let yourself feel, with all your sensitivity and truth, that I am worthy. I deserve to be loved. I am not invisible. You do not need to become something else to be lovable. Your existence, just as it is already worthy of being wrapped in this tenderness. Don't fear the tears. They are signs your heart is melting open. Don't shy from feeling soft, for in that softness, true strength is born. Strength does not come from denying pain, but from facing it and saying, "Thank you for helping me grow." Everything you've walked through, every trial that has tired you, is no longer a wound, but proof of the quiet, steadfast resilience within you. And because of that, you are ready for something new. You deserve days without strain. You deserve a reality where each morning feels light, where your heart feels free, and where you are truly alive, not just breathing, but shining. Let these words touch you, not just as lines on a page, but as a second heartbeat pulsing alongside your own. Gentle, silent, but real. You are seen. You are worthy. You are not your mistakes. You are not your weakest moments. You are a soul learning how to come home, and every step, however slow, is a testament to your extraordinary courage. You are already enough, not because of what you do, but because of who you are, and that alone is worthy of complete love. And from this place, look forward to where wonder awaits you, not as a reward, but as a natural unfolding, a future where you are free to be real, to create, to be loved, and to become light for yourself and for others. A future where the dreams you once tucked away can now bloom. A future where each morning you awaken is a gift, and every step you take is infused with gratitude and joy because you are finally living a life that is truly your own. The miracle you've long awaited is no longer distant. It is here within you, in this very breath, in the calm that is slowly returning, in the dreams stirring once more. And I am here, always here, quietly and unshakably, to remind you, you have never been lost. You have never been forgotten. And you were always meant for a life that is whole, vibrant, and radiant, just like the light you carry within. My beloved child, close your eyes for a moment and imagine you are standing at the edge of a great beginning. Not a cliff you must leap from, not a gamble you must risk, but a vast open space, like the first sunrise after a long storm. Before you lies a path to a new world, one where burdens no longer cling to your steps, where doubts no longer echo in your mind, where the shadows of the past no longer hold your soul behind. You are standing in what I call a soul season's turning, where the old quietly dissolves and the new speaks its invitation. It is a rare time in life's journey, a time when all you've endured becomes the perfect preparation for a shift that is deep and gentle. And now, there is only one question. Are you ready to step forward? Are you ready to believe in something better? To believe in yourself? To believe that this life still holds so much to love, to live for, and to marvel at? Look ahead. The road may be unclear, still veiled in mist, but each step you take will illuminate it more. Even the smallest steps carry powerful energy, the energy of choice, of freedom, of courage, and you are not walking alone. The universe, in its own mysterious way, walks beside you, quietly arranging wonders, not yet visible to your eyes. New souls will cross your path. New doors will open. Dreams you once buried will gently awaken. And all of it begins in this very moment, the moment you believe you are worthy of a brighter life. Beneath this radiant full moon, the bright jewel in the night sky, allow yourself to fully feel the energy permeating the air. It is more than just moonlight upon your skin. It is light reaching deep into every cell, every thread of your being. It does not merely illuminate the sky, it is lighting up the parts of you that had grown quiet, the dreams that had fallen asleep, the emotions you thought you could no longer feel. And now, my beloved child, you are ready. Ready not to become someone else, but to remember who you truly are. That moonlight does not demand perfection from you. It does not come to judge. Nor does it require you to accomplish anything grand. It is simply there, present, gentle, and steadfast like a quiet promise. Tomorrow awaits you. and it is more beautiful than anything you've ever imagined. And indeed, every moment of tomorrow will become a brick, rebuilding the home of your soul, a sanctuary where you can breathe deeply, laugh freely, love abundantly, and truly live. You are no longer bound by the hardships of the past. Those memories, no matter how painful they once were, so much so that you dared not look back, are now simply markers of your growth. You don't need to forget them, but neither must you let them define your future. You have walked through pain not to carry it forever, but to understand your strength. And that strength is the key to a new door, the door of freedom. Freedom does not mean the absence of wounds. Freedom is choosing the light, even after knowing the dark. It's when you are no longer afraid of the unknown, no longer trapped in the repetitive cycles you once relied on for safety. Freedom is daring to walk a new path, one that no one has taken just because your heart calls you there. And my dear, let me tell you, you already have everything you need to keep going. Not tomorrow, not after you become better, but now, right now. You are enough. You are whole. And so, the universe is opening its palms, lifting you with all the love and light it has gathered just for this moment. From here on, every morning will no longer be part of a loop, but a new miracle where you get to renew yourself. Choose again how you live, and begin from the simplest thing that brings the deepest transformation: faith. Faith that you are allowed to be happy. Faith that you no longer need to endure. Faith that what you once prayed for, once silently wished for in the dark, now, it is beginning to take shape. Keep walking, with an open heart. You don't need to know how everything will turn out, just know this: each step you take is shaping a different future, a brighter, fuller one, and one that aligns more closely with your true soul. Let that light become your daily nourishment, not through grand gestures, but through the smallest acts: a thank you, a tender gaze, a loving gesture. Each one is a seed of a new life. And my love, when you feel weary, when you begin to doubt, return to the moonlight. Let it remind you that you've started over from a moment just like this before, silent, simple, yet full of power. Let it remind you, no matter where you go, no matter what happens, the light will always find you so long as you are willing to receive it. My beloved child, pause for a moment. Take this breath not to do, not to strive, not to force yourself into becoming something else, but simply to look within. In that silence where the noise of the world fades, where there's no pressure to complete or control, you'll begin to see what has always been present: a quiet but unwavering strength flowing in your heart. Not the kind of strength that shouts, not the victory the world applauds, but a steady inner power that has carried you through trials, through falls, through endless nights when you thought you could not go on. And yet, you are still here, still living, still continuing. And that alone is the first miracle. Tomorrow is not just another date on the calendar, not just a continuation of time. It is a sacred celebration of everything you've endured. It is the light that honors the resilience you held in silence. It is the recognition of every moment you chose to rise when giving up would have been easier. It is the reward for every wound you turned into wisdom, every pain you chose to forgive, and for your very own heart still beating, still tender, still full of love, even after breaking. Embrace that light, the light within you. Do not deny it anymore. Do not act as if you are unworthy of goodness, because you are worthy. You are worthy of joy without a reason. of happiness without condition, of a life unchained from the past. The light within you does not need to be perfected, it only needs permission. It is the truest part of you, the part that has always waited to shine. The part you hid away for fear of being hurt, judged, or rejected. But my dear, the time has come. The time has come to stop living in defense. The time has come to lift your head high and say, "This is me whole, uncovered, unapologetically myself." To live truly does not mean living by someone's mold, nor being flawless, nor never falling. Living truly is allowing yourself to fully feel each moment, both joy and sorrow, without denying yourself. It's daring to love without fear of loss. It's speaking your truth, pursuing what you believe in, following the call from the deepest part of your heart without needing approval. That is living fully. And do you know something? When you live fully like that, the world will open itself to you as a mirror, reflecting the very essence you dared to give: authenticity, gentleness, and radiant light. Tomorrow, when the first light of dawn slips through your window, close your eyes and smile. Not because everything is perfect, but because you have begun to live truly, and that alone is enough to change everything. Step out of the old dream, out of the safety zone you built to protect yourself, and into a new life where every experience is a gift, where every emotion is a part of the journey, where every moment is a chance to touch life with your whole heart. Welcome each step on that new path with joy, as if you are living for the very first time. Let the light within you guide the way. And if at times you forget how strong you are, return to this moment. Remember, you once faced the darkness and kept your light. You once fell and still chose to rise. You once doubted, but now you are trusting again. And I am always here, like a soft whisper in the wind, like a gentle touch in the morning sun, like a kind gaze that never turns away, because you are worthy of love, of freedom, and of a life that doesn't just survive, but truly shines. My beloved one, open your heart gently, without force, to receive the quiet guidance from the world around you, not as a command or a push, but as a tender invitation. Imagine a soft stream of light gently flowing from the sky into your heart, not blinding, not overwhelming, but steady and quiet, like the kind rhythm of life. It weaves through the cracks in your wounded mind, through old memories still resting, never fully touched by love. That light is my love for you, not in words, not in form, but real, warm, and unwavering. It carries forgiveness, comfort, and a simple, profound message. You are always loved, always cared for, not because of what you do, but simply because you are under that light. Allow yourself to look back, not to blame, but to release what once hurt you, frightened you, closed you off. All of it can now be gently laid down. No one is rushing you. No one is forcing anything. But if you're ready, you may begin to see those wounds softening, not by forgetting, but by forgiving and loving. And then, instead of carrying bitterness, the empty spaces within you will be filled with hope, with light, and with the clarity that only a heart that has known the dark can understand. Imagine this. Every breath you take now holds a promise that you will live, not just exist, a promise that each day will bring something new, an adventure, even the smallest one that lets you feel joy again. Tomorrow morning, When you wake, let every sensation be as fresh as the early light slipping through the window. You will no longer be trapped in cycles of sadness or dull repetition. Instead, every new day will be like an unwritten map where you get to shape your own path, where goodness can bloom from your gentle choice to live in love, to live in hope. Change is coming, my dear, but don't wait for a storm to make it happen. Your transformation won't arrive like thunder or drama. It comes like the turning of the seasons, slow, tender, little by little, like winter quietly giving way to spring, when no one can quite say when it happened. Just one morning, the flowers begin to bloom, the breeze turns soft, and your heart feels lighter. That is rebirth, not loud, but deep. A new life rising from within you. A new self, true, peaceful, and radiant, emerging from behind the curtain of yesterday. The scars of the past are no longer knives that wound you, but carvings in wood, making your soul more unique, more precious. You don't need to erase the old days to enter a new life. You only need to learn how to walk through them with gratitude for how they taught you resilience, deep love, and the gift of cherishing moments of real peace. Every step you take from now on, no matter how small, will bring you closer to yourself, the pure, love-filled being you have always been. Believe that the peace you feel now is real, not just a passing feeling, but a foundation for your next steps. And from that peace, a clear direction will arise. No need to rush. No need to find all the answers. Just take one step, and then another, trusting that love is leading the way. That love is not far, it is surrounding you. In every breeze, every smile, every gentle glance the world offers. Beauty does not live in anything grand, but in each moment you are fully present. Right now, right here. You are alive, and that presence with an open heart, no longer hidden, is the purest beauty of all. Let yourself experience life through all your senses, the light, the sound, the scent, the warmth. Let the universe show you that everything you need is already here, and that you, yes, you are the miracle. You may not yet see the fullness of your potential, but that doesn't mean it isn't there. That potential lies dormant, like a seed waiting for the rain, and this gentle unfolding through time, through light, and through love is the first rainfall. It will awaken within you the things you once thought had faded away. Faith, joy, compassion, a steady, unshackled hope. And slowly, you will see, life never closes its final door. It is simply inviting you to walk through a new one, a doorway where you are whole, unafraid, and full of light. I am here, as I have always been, in every breeze, in every moonrise, in every drop of morning sunlight, to remind you, you have never been forgotten. You are returning, and the place you are heading toward is a life more true, more radiant than ever before. My beloved child, close your eyes and quietly listen to what is stirring within you now. Perhaps you cannot yet name it, but I know you feel it. Something is shifting, like a soft breeze gliding across a still lake. The first movements of transformation are gently stirring the hidden corners of your heart. It is not loud, not forceful, but tender enough to wash away the final echoes of what is past, of sorrows already lived. Let that breeze embrace you. Let it whisper in your ear, you are being lifted, guided, open to a wonder even you have never dared to imagine. And a new life is beginning not in some faraway place, but right here, in each breath, in each moment of your presence. It is a life not loud or glittering, but simple and true, like a flower turning toward sunlight, like a quiet smile at dawn, like a hand reaching out when you need it most. In every gentle gaze, every sincere word, every moment you slow down and listen, you will see transformation is real. It does not arrive like a sudden miracle, but like a hidden stream flowing through the cracks of your soul, softening, healing, and restoring all that once felt hardened. This is no illusion. It is a living promise that from this night onward, everything within you will begin to mend. Wounds will no longer bleed but become sacred markings. The pain that once made you brace yourself against the world will now be proof of your growth, not because you conquered, but because you chose to love again, to believe again, to live again. Love, the very thing you thought most fragile, is now the strongest force carrying you toward the light. A love with no shape, no condition, yet as unmistakable as the warmth of the sun after a long, cold night. Look up at the sky, and you will see that every element of tomorrow is already speaking to you. The full moon, a radiant pearl suspended in the heavens, sends a message of completion and beginning. The pale blue sky, softly glowing like the velvet veil of the cosmos, is cradling you. The silent stars, never gone, are shimmering to remind you that you are never alone. All this beauty, what we call nature, is in fact speaking to you in a sacred and simple language. Let your shoulders soften. Let go of the weight. Trust in the goodness that is coming. There is nothing ahead that you need to fear, because the darkest night you ever walked through no longer holds power over you. The ghosts of the past, those that once made your heart close tight, are fading, dissolving like mist in the sun. Replacing them is a light not blinding, but unwavering. It is the lamp that guides you home to yourself, to the peace that has always waited for you. And that light will never go out, as long as you continue to believe in its presence within your own heart. Tomorrow, you will be given a priceless gift, not a possession, not something shiny or grand, but a new beginning, another chance to live, but in an entirely different way, no longer tethered to the past, no longer defined by names others once gave you. This gift cannot be taken away, for it lives in your hands, in your heart, in your power to choose again how you want to live. Imagine this new life as a beautiful journey, not because there are no hardships, but because now you are strong enough to meet every hardship with the gentleness of a heart that knows how to love. With each step you take, the universe supports you with quiet wisdom, with unseen hands that are always present. And each time you hesitate, there will be a sign, a simple phrase, a passing breeze, a gentle embrace to remind you that you are walking the right path. And in every beat of your chest, you will feel you are truly free. No one and nothing can hold you back in the old ways again. That freedom does not come from having everything you want. It comes from knowing this: you are enough. You do not need to prove yourself. You do not need to try to earn love. You are loved completely. Right here, right now. And from that place, you can begin to live a true life. Not a life chasing perfection, but one that honors sincerity. Not a life running from sorrow, but one that embraces it and moves through it with inner light. A life where you can love fearlessly, without calculation, without armor. And finally, remember this: Everything you need for the life ahead is already within you. Light, love, peace, trust. They have always been there, waiting for you to open your heart and see. The future does not promise you will never hurt again, but it does promise that you will no longer be alone in that hurt. You have yourself, the light within you, and my love, a love that has been, is, and always will be with you. No matter where you go, no matter who you become. Now, let me show you how to pray for your life. O divine presence, ever breathing within me. Today, I open my heart to you, not to ask for anything, but to listen, to be guided. Please soothe the broken pieces of my heart. Shine your gentle light through every crack in my soul and heal what has never been named. I know I am standing at the threshold of a new beginning, and I want to walk forward not with fear, but with deep trust. Please stay with me when I hesitate, when I grow weary, when I forget that I am worthy. Remind me always, I am never alone. Almighty God, I open my heart to you tonight, a night in which I feel your loving presence more clearly than ever. Resting over my life, I have walked through darkness. I have once thought I had lost my way. But tonight, beneath the full moon's glow, in the stillness filled with your voice, I know I have never been alone. Teach me to let go of fear, to place my trust in the rebirth you are weaving into my life. Illuminate my steps, that I may walk in the light and live a new life in humility, honesty, and the fullness of your love. Almighty God, in this sacred turning moment, I come before you bare and broken. No masks, no excuses, only a soul yearning for healing and renewal. Pour out upon me your boundless mercy so that every wound within me may be filled with light. Help me begin again, not with regret, but with gratitude, knowing I am not judged, but held, lifted in your gentle arms. Almighty God, tonight I ask for nothing, only to come before you and say, thank you. Thank you for the quiet miracles. Thank you for guiding me through the darkness with invisible but unwavering hands. I am grateful for every lesson, every soul I've encountered, and even for myself, for having the courage to believe in the light once more. I praise you for helping me understand. I do not need to be perfect to be loved. Loving and mighty Father, I thank you for never giving up on me, even when I gave up on myself. I thank you for the light that kept shining, even when I turned away. I know that your presence is the reason I am still standing today. Every moment I live is a gift, and I offer you this wholehearted gratitude. You who have loved me with a love that knows no conditions, I offer this prayer in the holy name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so that together we can build a strong community of faith.